Hi, welcome to Orchids with Barney, and you are looking at Oncidium Sharry Baby Sweet Fragrance, which has just opened up most of its masses and masses of flowers, which fill up the room with this gorgeous chocolatey vanilla fragrance. Look at that. 2 flower spikes, 1 off each pseudobulb, and they are over 1 meter long. You know, so it's like 3 and a bit feet, 4 feet, I guess. And you can see that amazingly they're branched. When they develop, they're quite pleasing because they've got these really sort of horizontal, every other, left, right, branching all the way along. And I had to stake them near to the bottom to stop the flower spikes from sort of potentially snapping further down. And then I let them arch over a bit more naturally. I'm really impressed with this. I used to grow this when I lived in the UK, and I've had to get to the size where once it had a flower spike about this big, but having 2 such impressive flower spikes off really chunky pseudobulbs. I mean, I was really pleased with this. Big pseudobulbs here. I actually was worried it wasn't Sharry Baby because I've never seen them with pseudobulbs quite as ginormous as this. But so I'm not convinced it's sweet fragrance. I don't know. Somebody who knows bees a bit better might know. I'm not 100% sure if the flowers match that. I felt like, because when I had sweet fragrance before, I'm sure it wasn't quite so maroony brown. It was more of a red on the petals here. So I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm very happy with it because the fragrance is great. And I quite like the lip. You can see these kind of 3 colors, a little pink splodge, light pink, and then white. So kind of funky. And yeah, I'm very happy. I've got new growth coming on the base of 1 pseudobulb, and the other one hasn't sent a growth yet. I'm growing it in sphagnum to keep it damp as much as possible when it's in active growth and flowering. It rested after the new growths finished sort of late last summer, and then the flower spikes began in I think early January, late December. So I never let it completely dry out, but I let it sit kind of towards the drier end when it was resting, and otherwise I keep it damp, and it seems to be very happy with that. And with, regular feeding. The fragrance is insane. I mean, it really does fill up the entire room. I can smell it so strongly now, and it's fragrant through the whole day, not at night. The flowers last a couple of months, sort of 6, 7, 8 weeks, especially if it's a little bit cooler. It's now end of April, and so it's quite warm in the house. It's very hot outside, so maybe I'll be very happy for the last 6 weeks in this kind of temperature. The fragrance, outstanding, really. If you like fragrant orchids, this one smells like vanilla-y chocolate. Universally loved fragrance, this one, and it's quite a famous orchid for that fragrance. So highly recommend it. Very normal for it to get these spots on the older leaves. Do not worry, that's just what this does. A lot of Oncidiums do that. But this is Oncidium Sharry Baby, really hugely impressive flower spikes, amazing fragrance. Supposedly Sharry Baby sweet fragrance, but I'm not 100% convinced that it is that cultivar, but either way, I'm very happy with it. So this is Orchids with Barney, happy orchid growing, and thanks for watching.